Fishing with John. Fishing with John. Fishing with John. Out on the water, fishing with John.
Fishing with John. Hi, my name is John. Right now, I'm at Sherbrooke Lake, Nova Scotia. Today, I'm going to talk to you about fishing. Okay, let's go over to my tackle box. Okay, basically what I have in my tackle box is some hooks and lures and some worms. Okay, so this one is pretty good. I sometimes use it, but it has a pretty sharp hook and it has a weight on it already, so when you put it, it'll sink automatically and then you reel in. But I wouldn't recommend using this in a shallow water because it will get stuck on the bottom. There's two different kinds of poppers. There's an underwater popper and a popper that only floats. This is an underwater popper and it has two hooks on it. It will float, but it will go like this underwater. Just swim along like a fish. And it has a really good color, so a fish will like this one. And this is the popper that floats. It has kind of like sparkly things there to attract the fish. And it just sits on the top, but once in a while, you have to like jerk it so it looks like the suffocating fish on the surface. And it has pretty bright colors on it. So that's the popper. Floating popper. This one, it has very bright colors. It will go underwater, but it will float, kind of like the other one that I was talking to you about, the underwater popper. It's kind of like that one, but it'll go like side to side, and it has a gap in the middle. And this is another hook. It's smaller. It's like the one that I just showed you, but it's smaller, and it's blue. And it'll move like this, and there is a gap in the middle. So moving on to the worms. These things are kind of gross, but yeah. So this one's basically a brown, well, sparkling salamander, or something like that. Fish will like this. It's really stretchy, and it's good for about a hook about an inch long. And this one's just another little worm. It's sparkly and it's good for a inch-long hook. This is the last one. This one has a red tip. I've caught a big sucker fish on this one, so you might want to go fishing with this. Moving on to our hooks. So this is a pretty good hook for worms. You take a worm and you would push it down, slide it up, slide it all the way up here. And then you would poke it out the side, so some would be coming along here, and then it would just swim along like that. This is kind of rusty. I think I need to throw that one out. So this one has a little barb there, so the worm won't go slide right up your line. This is a weight that you just slide onto your line to make it sink better. And this is called a spinner bait. They're very colorful, has a little hypnotizer thing there. Fish love this one. I've caught many bass on this. These are my scented worms. They're yellow, pretty small, and they smell disgusting. This one, it's see-through, the top, and it's glow in the dark, so I would recommend you using this probably at night. And I have a bobber.
What's the bobber for?
A bobber is something that you would hook it onto your line, and then you would cast, and it would just be sitting at the top with your line just hanging there. And then when a fish comes along, it'll bite it, and then you'll see it bob down. And this is just a little lure. It's just very small. Kind of looks like a spinner bait. So it's that one. And that's all I have in my tackle box. Let me just seal up my scented worms. And let's go fishing. So what I have on this, I have a hook and a worm. I explained how to put it on earlier. Now I'm going to show you how to cast. Okay, so first there's a little bar thing there. So you flick that, and then you hold the line against your rod like that, and then you cast and you let go of the line. And then you just flick back the bar and then just reel it in. Very slowly, and you gotta be quiet. I don't know why I'm yelling, kind of. Something's playing with me right now, but so right now what I'm doing, I'm just reeling it in, probably underwater. Well, the end of the worm is probably spinning around, so that'll make it kind of alive. If you have a big hook and you put a small worm on it, all they're gonna see is the hook shining in the water. Oh, I think I got a bite there. A good strategy for when you're reeling it in is when you cast and you want it to look kind of dead, you just make a little jerk so it looks like it's kind of suffering but wants to move on, but it can't. So then a fish is like, yes, I have a chance. So it's moving slowly. There's my supper. So now I think I'm gonna move on to my next rod. A safe way to leave, you shouldn't leave your hook like that, because if you have a dog or something, it'll step on this and ow, that will hurt. So see like the little circle right there? You just hook it onto there and you just set it down. So this is my new rod. First of all, it has more line on it and it's bigger and it has a better hook. So multiple reasons. So I'm just casting out. Pretty good hook I have on there too. If you ever catch a fish, there's this thing, it's called setting the hook. So if you have a really big fish, you pull back really fast, like really fast. The fish will jump out of the water and then you'll know that you have a fish on. All right, so that's pretty much all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. But before I go, I'm just gonna take a little dip. Ah, that's better. Okay, see you people.
Fishing with John. Fishing with John. Out on the water, fishing with John.